They are Christians because they believe that Jesus is God and there's no prophets are coming after Jesus because
But that's a different thing.
Yes.
But they say Jesus himself would come.
Oh, yes.
You see?
Yes.
This is like in every case.
Yes.
They believe somebody would come.
Yes.
And he himself as a prophet would return.
Yes.
So also in that regard, the Muslims also believe that Jesus would come again. There is no wonder. But what I'm saying is, the Holy Quran refers to the people of Hadhrat Joseph who believed that after Joseph, no prophet will ever be raised by God. This was a positive declaration. And this belief is the belief repeated by the delegation of jinns when they visited Sallallahu. And when they went back, they said, look here, how stupid we are. Safihuna, our stupid people used to say, no prophet would ever come. And here is the prophet, you see. We have just met him, and we are returning from seeing him. So these were the jinns who wanted to hide their personality, their identity. They must have been delegation from an area where they were afraid of being identified because they were not yet sure how their people would take it.
Maybe there were some sort of relation with the Quraysh, and they do not want to.
It is also
have some problems with them.
But we are talking not of the Mecca period. We are talking of Medinite period.
Yes.
So, it's, what you suggest is that they were friendly to the Quraysh, and they did not want this to be known to the Quraysh that they had become Muslims.
Yes.
That is correct. That is possible. I thought you said they were afraid of Quraysh knowing it because they visited Mecca. Is that what you meant?
Yes.
Okay. But this happened in Medina, not in Mecca. So it is possible, of course, but it is also possible that they had not yet returned to their people. They had not yet fully tested that when they speak to them and tell them what the reaction would be. So in the beginning, they wanted to hide it a little bit. So, and those people must have been known by the Medinites. Otherwise, they couldn't be recognized. But the last thing in this was that if they were jinns, they should not have been visible to ordinary people. Why should Rasulullah ﷺ have gone out a few miles out of Medina to meet them in private? When the jinns appear,
they can visit him in his room.
In his room.
Yes.
And you see, when the Maulvis see jinns, we don't see them. Can we?
No.
So when the jinns can show this miracle to the Maulvis, why didn't they show this miracle to Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam? The mullah's jinn is not visible. And that jinn was visible, otherwise he would not be afraid. You understand? So that's all I have to say for the time being. There is a very large subject. You can say, for hours you can discuss jinns, but later on the remaining part of the jinn subject will be discussed, okay? وَلَقَدْ جَاءَكُمْ يُوسُفُ مِنْ قَبْلِ بِالْبَيِّنَاتِ وَلَقَدْ جَاءَكُمْ يُوسُفُ مِنْ قَبْلِ بِالْبَيِّنَاتِ فَمَا زِلْتُمْ فِي شَكٍّ مِمَّا جَاءَكُمْ بِهِ حَتَّى إِذَا هَلَكَ قُلْتُمْ لَنْ يَبْعَثَ اللَّهُ مِنْ بَعْدِهِ رَسُولًا. The same people who oppose the prophets with same mentality, when the prophets pass away, they say, now God will never send another. This is a mentality. They don't want to accept the prophets. One okay with difficulty. After that, no one. So this is the clear mention that the concept of no prophet was also found among other people. But the jinns also refer to that. Safiyuna. وَأَنَّهُمْ ظَنُّوا كَمَا ظَنَنْتُمْ أَلَّنْ يَبْعَثَ اللَّهُ أَحَدًا. So these jinns must have been some human jinns belonging to some religions where this belief was found, as the Holy Quran mentions it itself. Now, I'll quote in the end one hadith from Rasulullah which will support my view fully. They tell us that because the jinns did not want to appear to everyone else, they stayed outside Medina. While Rasulullah tells us that the jinns eat the bones of things, so do not wash yourself, clean yourself with bones. So they were all over Medina. You know, who was eating the bones if they were not jinns? And the people couldn't see them. Rasulullah told them, don't clean yourself when you go to the call of nature, attend the call of nature after, going, emptying yourself. When you want to clean yourself with some stone or some piece of earth, do it, but not with bones. The Sahaba must have been wondering why. He said, because the bones are food for jinn, and they will hurt you. So this means all over Medina, wherever there were bones, and bones are everywhere, there were jinns. So why these jinns stayed out of Medina? They should have come and started eating bones and also discussing things. So they don't understand. What are those jinns which eat bones? Do you know?
Yes.
Yes? What are those?
Germs.
Bacteria.
Bacteria,
Yes.
viruses.
Viruses, germs. So, Rasulullah who received the Quran, he was the wisest man on earth. When the concept of germs was not known to the West or anywhere in the world, about 1200 years before that happened, God had told him that there is something, some invisible creature called Jinn. And those who eat bones, they are also jinns. So we believe in every form of jinn which the Holy Quran describes. And we reject every form of jinns in which the mullahs believe. All right. This is also an ayah in favor of the truth of Muhammad Rasulullah. But when no one on earth knew that there was an invisible, minute thing which eats the bones and you can't see it, he knew it. That means he was a true prophet of Allah. Beloved by the Alimul Ghaib wa Shahada.